welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for always tuning in. I do really appreciate. And if you are new here, you are also welcome. And please subscribe to the channel. Subscription is free. Okay, in this video I'll be giving out the information I just got concerning the Synagogue church. Some of the members have come out to speak their mind. They said they don't actually have anything against Mrs. Evelyn Joshua. That the issue they have with her is that she was never anointed by the prophet. That she's not a prophetess, she's not an evangelist, neither a pastor. They said they are worried about the emergence of Mrs. Evelyn Joshua, the wife of the late founder of Synagogue Church, late prophet T.B. Joshua, who made unilateral declaration of herself as the new leader. Said the congregation of 2,000 members appointed her. How and when? Was it through vote? Where is the resolution of 2,000 members? Can 2,000 members pick a successor in a church with millions of members all over the world in 5 continents? Was the constitution of this church followed? Mrs. Evelyn Joshua is not a pastor. She was not part of the founding members of the church. So what is the base of her emergence as the new leader of this church? Synagogue is a church for Christ and a church for all. It's not a family business that must continue from each lineage. It's not a family business. It's God that presides over Synagogue Church. So it does not really matter if she is the family member or not, provided the right person is being placed there. I believe the prophet is aware of all this. That is the reason why he did not involve her, even the activities of the church. She was never active. And now, to make the matter worse, she has started as in doing things according to her will, driving all those that have supported the prophet all these years, which is not fair to them. Even if there is misappropriation of funds, this is what she can do amicably. The truth still remains that if she carry on like this, Synagogue church crisis will not end. She is not a pastor, she is not a prophet. So let her allow those prophets that late prophet T.B. Joshua has ordained to carry on with the leadership. She can continue with the administrative part of it, be the chairman board of trustees. The spiritual aspect of the church, it should leave it for those who the late prophet has already ordained to do that. Even in the Bible let us to know that God gave some gift of prophecy. Everybody have their own gifts. Everybody have their own calling. Because you want to be the leader, you cannot just take all to yourself. Even the late prophet is aware of all this. That is why he has the 5 wise men that are helping him out. He has different evangelists. He has different prophets and prophetess that are even helping him to walk. Different disciples that are working under him. Because what she is doing now is that she is walking out of the vision of the prophet himself. The prophet, before he died, he has a vision of the church. And he has been running with these people in line with that. But the wife coming to drive everybody away in the name of misappropriation, I don't think is wise. Why did the prophet himself not notice the misappropriation while he was alive? Why did she have to wait till the death of the prophet before she will start coming up with all these things? Why does she have to wait? So we are calling on the synagogue member all over the world to help in sustaining the church, because the way Mrs. Evelyn Joshua is carrying on with all these things is going to ruin the church. We don't know who have been advising her. So we are calling on those people that are advising her. They are killing the church. They are killing the legacy of late prophet T.B. Joshua. The reason why we are coming out to speak out is because we have tried to resolve this issue from the inside, but she refused to listen. The lovers of Synagogue Church, we need your prayers. We need this crisis to end, because it's killing the church. It's bringing down the image of the church. All this crisis in synagogues, people are lamenting. People are not happy about it. With all these things where they happen, the ex-British and Commonwealth boxing champion turned apostle for Christ, Peter Obo, has said that the Synagogue Church of all nations must not be allowed to die, lamenting that it is very sad and very sorrowful in the eyes of God and men for the church to just continue like this. For the church to shut down for political reason just under 5 months after the passing of the founder of the church, late prophet T.B. Joshua. Obo said that it was worth remembering that the Bible, when the good shepherd is killed, all the false will be scattered. Obo in his words said, I will advise all ministers of God to always train the next person meant for the next position, and to let it be known to all the churches, and let the new leader start mentoring the next man to be the leader. The appointed leader must be carefully observed to know if he will be up to the task. If not capable, then corrections can be made over the issues of leadership. He said that any organization that takes 6 steps forward and 6 steps backwards will never be able to make it. The boxing champion, turned eclegist, said, "We have a lot to learn from Jesus. Note that while he was on earth, he allowed his apostles to function in power. Not just that, he made the whole church to know that the apostles, Simon Peter, is the very one that will take over from him." While Jesus was on earth with his disciples, he nurtured them with the secret of the ministry, which is obedience to God. He allowed them to function as leaders, so when he is no more with them in flesh, they can continue from where he stopped. One thing we must learn is that Jesus and Simon Peter were not related. It is not all about the family. It is not all the time that family members of the late leader of a church must take over. No, it is not like that. We must remember that the church funds does not really belong to the pastor, but to the public. Anything that directly belongs to the pastor, his family have the right, but not the church money. Well, that is just it. He has said it all. It must not be family members. Just as I keep saying, Mrs. Joshua should leave the spiritual aspect of the church for those who the prophet has ordained and continue with being the chairman board of trustees and also run the administrative aspect of the church. But that spiritual matter, he should leave it. It must not always be family members. Okay, people, now don't hear am now. I not get so many things to talk, but wetin I want to talk be say, Mrs. Evelyn and the members of the church, the leaders, they should try and come up and look for a way to resolve all this matter, because this matter every now and then they grow, they bring out different hand and different leg, which is not good for the church. So I believe they should look for a way. They should pray together. Now it be another thing. No, they don't actually sit down, use one mind to pray, because when they sit down, use one mind to pray, call God, God will direct them. And just like as the man said in his statement, Mrs. Evelyn, you are not a pastor. And really, since you are not a prophet, you are not a prophetess, you are not an evangelist, you are not a pastor. Leave the spiritual aspect. You can also remain as the chairman board of trustees. Spiritual aspect na the cocoa, unless in a church that is not being driven by God. But if it's a church that is being led by God, the spiritual aspect is what matters. So then continue the good legacy, because those ones actually, when the prophet was alive, they have been doing well, carrying on well with the prophet. So leave those ones to those ones and continue with other administrative things. I believe if you guys sit down and work out all these things, all this gossip, this one come out today and say this, we definitely end. All right, my people, I don't know what you think about this, but this is my own opinion. Make una drop on a comment inside the comment section. Thank you guys for always listening. I do really appreciate it.